Hey guys, I just got Fight Night the other day and I'm trying to get good at it, so I decided to make a challenge for myself. Now, I'm using Guerrera versus Duran, and Guerrera's level overall 88 and Duran's 93. And so I thought to myself this would be a challenge. And I put the difficulty setting up right below the hardest setting, which is greatest of all time. And so now I have it on champion. So the first day I did this, I couldn't get past round 3. I mean, the dude was just dropping me like flies. And so I said, well, maybe next day I'll be able to get him. So yesterday I fought him and I knocked him out. First time, first try. So thought I was pretty good. Thought I had gotten a lot better. So today I figured I'd recreate the game for you so that you'd be able to see what exactly I did. Now today it took me about 4 tries before I could get him. He beat me the first 2. The third one was a decision, and then finally the fourth one that I'm showing you now, I knocked him out. Now Guerrero or Guerrera, I don't remember how to say it. I'm just gonna say the Ghost. The Ghost isn't really doesn't really have my type of fighting style. I mean, I can use him pretty well defensively, but I just don't like the way his hands are. His I like the Philly shell better for blocking and stuff. I'm a defensive fighter. That's what I found to be my forte. I noticed that that when I throw a lot of punches, I tend to get hurt. And you'll see later that that when I start doing that to try to knock them out, I get pretty hurt myself. So basically, the past few days, I've been practicing my defense. I started out with practice drills, so I got good enough to where I could fight people and do well. And so then I started fighting people to get my evasiveness and stuff better and my reaction time better. Now, when I start this out, part of the reason why I was able to beat him this time is because my counter punches were on point. Most of the other times I didn't really counter very well. In this one, I countered very, very well, and it caused me to bring his stamina down way lower than mine, which allowed me to get the jump on him. Now, he's a level 93 overall. I'm level 88. And he is fast and strong. That's the main reason why I definitely have to be a defensive fighter in this. Because if I went toe-to-toe with him, he knocked me out very fast. There was actually one match in about, I think, round 1. He just threw an uppercut that dropped me. I had 100% health to everything. Just couldn't do anything about it. But yeah, so I use this as my challenge fight. You can tell me how you fought him if you have the game, and we can compare strategies. A key thing that I like about this game is that it's rated team, and by team that means that they can add in more stuff than they could before. So they did a lot better with the blood and things like that. Like, you see the cuts are pretty bad, depending on how bad you hurt the person, and you can even see it on their shorts and on the canvas. And I like that. And I also like the language. I mean, if you're getting beat, your coach isn't just gonna say you need to do better. Your coach is gonna cut you out and try to get you in an aggressive mood so you can win. So I like that aspect. It's kind of funny though, because it's almost like they didn't care about censoring things anymore, because the music is very uncensored, and I just found that funny. Now, what I want to talk about is the heavy punch modifier. Now, a lot of people say, should I use it, shouldn't I use it? For me, I found at first I said I wouldn't use it because when I first tried using it, I got knocked out pretty quickly because it takes a lot of stamina away, which makes sense because you're putting all your effort into one punch. So I became smart about it. I stopped using it for a while until I realized that it is good in some instances. If I know that I got a clean shot, I'll use it to get a big jump on my opponent. Or if I got him on the ropes, you know, if I hurt him, I'm going to use it to break through his guard. But I don't use it often because I can still get hurt myself by throwing him, even if my opponent's almost knocked out, especially somebody as strong as Duran. So it's kind of up to you. You don't have to. You definitely do not have to use it. I know the computer uses it a lot, and I think that's part of the reason why it makes them harder. But you don't have to use it, because in order to use it, you need to know what you're doing. If you use it incorrectly, it can cause you to get countered, And counter punches hurt. I mean, they take away health and stamina pretty fast, especially if you have a strong fighter. So make sure you think twice before you use a heavy punch modifier. Now, what I wanted to talk about was that people say that you shouldn't be on the ropes or in the corner. My theory on that is that I actually kind of like it. When I'm in the middle of the ring, people can run away from me or they move too much for me. So when I get back in the corner, it causes people to come closer to me and I'm able to hit them. Now, part of the reason I'm able to get away with it is because my blocking and evasiveness has gotten pretty good to where I really don't get hit with many punches. And so I'm able to get out of it. And I actually have gotten good enough with my blocks and punches that I can survive knockouts, at least against the computer right now. When you'll see when I think I get stunned once. When you get stunned, the computer's gonna come after you, and I'm actually able to avoid his punches by blocking. Now with humans, it's a little bit harder. I haven't really found my ideal character yet when it comes to the regular fighters and stuff, but I'm working on that now. I want to find somebody with a Philly shell who's good at defense.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch.
Now you see here, I started to put on I know I hurt him, so I started to add punches in, and I'm getting stuck myself.
Very nice defensive guard there.
The best thing to do in this game is to cause a cut on somebody's eye, no matter how small it is. Automatically, their damage goes up way high. Doesn't matter how small or anything. See, look, I'm taking punches thinking that I can knock him out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hurt him. And because I'm on the offensive, it's actually getting me hurt. And I think I get hit more in this round than the other rounds.
Roberto Duran's right hand scores well. Guerrero's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek.
Now, the story mode is great. Of course, again, they do very well with the graphics. But also, I like how the story starts out. You start out in a jail boxing ring, and you just got knocked down by somebody who's cheating, of course. And so you have to get up and knock him out to win. And, you feel good afterwards, but then you go to the bathroom and you get jumped by his crew. And so, of course, the story goes into telling how you got there and things like that. And I'm pretty sure after that, you're going to have a comeback part to the story. And so I really like the way that they did everything. I think they did a good job with the story.
Duran's punch is far off the target. Halfway through round number 4.
I like this game. I like the graphics. The graphics are very good. Like when an opponent is tired, you can see it on their face. You can see how hurt they are on their face and things like that. You can see muscles ripple. I like the way the graphics are now, especially for an older game. The graphics are very good. I mean, the crowd looks better than 2K. I mean, I know 2K has a lot going on, but why does the crowd look better in boxing than it does in 2K? Come on now. So I really like this game. I like the fluidity of the punches and the blocks. I think it's very realistic. I like the idea that you have to think about a lot of things. If you notice, whenever Duran backs off, I drop my hands. The reason I drop my hands is because if you hold your block up, it becomes easier to break through because your arms get tired. So it's better to actually time your blocks and basically guess which way your opponent's coming. But it's hard to do. See, Durant got a little cut on me, and that's how much damage he did. And next time you see my face, you probably won't even be able to tell I have a cut. But like I was saying, I really like the way everything is done up here. I like the thinking that goes into everything. You can't just swing and hope to knock somebody out. A lot more goes into it. You have to think about how much punishment they can take. You have to think about like I said, your own endurance. You have to think about how you're holding your hands, how you're blocking, how many punches you're taking. It's just so much that goes into it. And I also like how your corner is better depending on how well you box, because it causes you to box better. Because if you don't, your corner's gonna suck, and you don't want to. Your stamina goes down fast. You do not want your stamina to be down at like 50%. The other person have 90, and then your corner can only do 1%. I mean, that's not helping you at all. And then you got to sit there for a few rounds just straight blocking, trying to get your stamina back up. So I like how everything's done. It's actually it's made to make people actually learn how to box well. I mean, I've seen some of the online stuff. There are people that still know how to find ways to cheat and stuff like that. But for the people that are serious about the game, it really helps you to get the feel for being a boxer and things like that. Probably my favorite part up here is how loud the crowd gets when you get a strong punch or a counter, because they go off and it sounds like you're in the stadium or the arena, whatever it is. It sounds very nice. I love it. It gets you pumped, gets you hyped, makes you again want to knock somebody out, and that's why I'll be having trouble. I get carried away. See right here, I swung too many times, but luckily I can block through everything. I took one punch out of all those that he threw. And so that's how I managed to survive whenever I'm hurt most times. Now again, playing a human is different because humans don't have any pauses in their throws. They just throw them. So sometimes I get caught before I can put my gloves up. But then there's just the skill of being able to get back up and make sure you don't get hurt again.
And what it's a testament to, Joe, is that it's an enjoyable fight. After a while, you don't even concentrate on who's up. All you know is you're enjoying every bit of it.
I kind of like doing these challenges. This is kind of like an intermediate challenge, and so I'll probably this is, I believe, either middleweight or welterweight. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably start doing these challenges for each weight class, or just for a few of them with a lot of variable characters, and I'll get some of the harder characters and pit them against some of the more average characters. I'm pretty sure that my next video will probably be Bernard Hopkins versus somebody. I don't know. I mean, the other way around. Somebody versus Bernard Hopkins, because his stamina is ridiculous. And so that would be a very, very hard challenge for me. And I would like to be able to say that I conquered it. I really love this game, and I really want to get used to it. Like I said, I've come a long way in 2-3 days from being knocked out in the third round with this guy to being able to knock him out, even though it took me a long time with a weaker player. And I feel like it's making me better as a boxer. So far, from the games I've played, I rarely lost to my friends. I know that's not much, because not all of them are good at it, but I'm just practicing. Everything's practice. I practice my blocks, I practice my heavy hits, I practice my finishes, and it's all I'm just trying to get better. That's all I'm doing. And like you see, now that I'm boxing good again right here, I'm just blocking and countering, trying to get him down a level, because when they're low, it's better to land combos. So you gotta be careful, because you don't want to get countered, but your combos and things hurt when their stamina is lower. So every time his stamina was low, I tried to hit him with a good one.
It's really close. If he just pushes a little harder, he can go right over the edge and get it. Back to live action now.
There I go again, back to the corner, because I know that I can counter very well from the corner, and it makes him come to me. Because I've noticed that he'll run or grab whenever his stamina is low or his health is low, like right here. Because like I said, when your stamina is low, you get hurt a lot more. So when I'm trying to put the pressure on him, I got to be careful, else I start missing a lot of punches. Which again is why I come to the corner and try to lure him in. And if I land a few big combos in, he can't run away fast enough, and it'll get him. Also, what's interesting about this game is that you can get knocked out anytime. They make it so realistic. Like I said, this dude in one match knocked me down first round out of nowhere. It was no warning. I didn't get stunned. I just fell down, knocked down. So they make the game really realistic, because you never know how it's gonna go. And I just love it. I love the commentary. It's not like 2K, where the commentary repeats itself after like 2 games. But after a few boxing matches, you still won't know. You still won't have any new you still won't have any repeat commentary. Most of the time, that stuff's pretty new. Eventually, it does repeat, but it takes a while. Probably about 8 to 10 matches, and so you don't have to worry about hearing the same stuff over and over again. Not to the point that it's gonna bother you. Now see there, his health and stamina was down, and I just happened to land the right combo straight through, and he's down. Now after he gets up, I put on the heat because I know that he can't take punches as well as he could before. This is why you need to have a good defense. Because if somebody does what I do and just come in and start just landing combos on you after you got knocked down, basically it's over for you. Because if you don't know how to block, you're just going to get knocked out like Duran does. That's all I got to say. So enjoy the video. Go find a 6104 crew on YouTube, and I'll be uploading more videos soon.
Guerrero's been the more effective fighter. He's doing damage, he's winning, he's scoring well. Your scorecard reflects that as we start round number 8.
Yeah, he's doing it the old-fashioned way. He's outworking the other guy.
Duran's now switching things up. He was knocked down earlier, so now he's going to try to take a different course.
Now, that tells you.
Big shot he just scored with. And for the second time tonight, he goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good exchange. He fires back. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. And yet another big shot comes in. Wow. He goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
And it's over. This fight is over. Roberto Duran's unable to beat the count. Knockout loss for him.
By knockouts, your winner, Guerrero.
Guerrero's fitting end to a very strong night for him.
There is a business component to this game here, this boxing game. And the business component is, yeah, you got to win, but you want to win spectacularly. You want to get people interested, excited. He just did that.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Teddy.